Hello there, my Capricorn collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh, you know what that Four of Wands is given? With a little bit of love and a hell of a lot of luck. So, what's this about for you? Hey, you're given that whiter shade of pale. Skip the light fandango. Ooh, interesting. 10 of Cups to the 3 of Cups. Ooh, LGBTQIA plus vibes on this. This could be a friendship vibe. Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Ooh, there to the 10 of Swords. There to the 8 of Pentacles. Keep that sort of androgynous energy about you. And, I mean, for fuck's sake, for some of you, you need to keep people guessing. So don't be an open book. You don't necessarily have to be single on this, but you're not someone that continually, it's like you never shut the fuck up about being in a relationship or partnership. Or not every bit of your conversation has to do with, you're not using the collective we energy when you're discussing options or opportunities when it comes to whether you're in a relationship or partnership. This is giving a weird relationship partnership vibe. I don't know, keep them guessing. 7 of Pentacles, there's the Fool, there's the Queen of Pentacles, and there's the World card. Look, you're attracting a lot of fun, interesting opportunities for yourself here, Capricorn. Don't limit yourself. I mean, some of you, maybe you are LGBTQIA+. Others of you, this is just, I don't know, keep them guessing. Because once they know the type, once they know who you date, then they can almost do a summation of your character by who you date. Those of you, if you kind of do that yourself here, Capricorn, what's with the 10 of Swords? The 9 of Cups, there's the 7 of Pentacles, there's the Aquarius star, and there's that 6 of Wands. Ooh, some of you, those of you, oh, mindful of the person who's their whole relationship, or it's that collective we fucking energy with you here. So, you may have a situation show up if you're in a relationship or partnership with a partner that don't necessarily like to see you get achievements, because this is almost given the vibe of someone wanting to take advantage of a situation with you or when it comes to you, especially from a promotional perspective, because it's that fucking collective we energy. With the Queen of Wands there and that Knight of Wands, this could be a family kind of vibe here. So there's a little too much competition going on here. So you don't need this competitive vibe. Not when it comes to this relationship or partnership. Those of you in particular that don't like people that everything is we, they don't have a singularity on their own. So this is someone who's way too codependent in any relationship or partnership. It's the person that don't use like a singularity when discussing their options, their opportunities, when they're discussing their promotions, when they're discussing what objectives, whatever sort of expectations they have on the situation here. Bottom of the deck, you got the Tower. Yeah, those of you from a work perspective, I don't know, keep them guessing. It feels like that's just the smart thing to do, or it's so fucking insignificant when it comes to you anyway. Yeah, look at that. The Emperor, the Knight of Cups, there at the Wheel of Fortune. Those of you that don't like to be in relationships or partnerships where your partner doesn't have like their own sort of significant thing going on. It's all about the collective we energy with you. Maybe you could be at that point in that relationship or partnership and you're realizing that your partner could create more troublesome vibes for you than what they actually can create positive vibes for you. From a business perspective, this is you hire somebody, but then their partner is always like consistently in the workplace, or their partner wants to uh, their partner wants to kind of get them promoted up the ladder. You would be doing a lot of dinner parties or things like that. Oh my goodness. It's not a positive vibe. I feel like you got out of a very dominant relationship or partnership where that was, someone only speaks in the collective we. So, I mean, it's not like one partner has their own thing going on, then the other partner has their thing going on. Things are so intertwined that there's not much of a singularity. And those of you, when it comes to options or opportunities that are meant to be milestones for you, there's like a promotion or something wanting to come in for you. But I mean, I like the androgyny on this. The androgyny is just whether it's a friendship vibe, whether it's a working relationship or partnership, whether it's a romantic vibe. Mm. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Interesting with Temperance Angel here. I don't feel like you've ever had any issues with HR. This could be something that someone finds interesting, especially those of you wanting a promotion. And if you have to disclose if you're dating in the workplace, you could be like the one person that they have no idea what the hell you're even interested in. Oh, wow. I don't feel like you have to be single in this energy, but I also don't feel like if you discuss things that everything is about bringing up the fact that you're in a relationship or partnership. Whether this is a business perspective with you or whether this is your interpersonal relationships or partnerships. You would find that cringy, those that don't. I mean, there are times you use the collective we to describe your relationship or partnership. But then there are other times when, honestly, your partner is doing their things, so their accomplishments are their own accomplishments that are separate from your accomplishments. This is when someone wants to take both of your accomplishments, and it kind of feels like they want to diminish one in order to kind of bring favor to another one. You know what I mean? Especially if your partner continually underperforms or feels the need to try to direct the decisions that you're making. All right, this is definitely a codependent relationship or partnership. Or at least it shouldn't be. Self-producing, self-publishing. Self-producing, self-publishing. King of Wands, the Two of Swords, there to the Three of Swords. There's something with the Sagittarius. It feels like the Sagittarius. This should be the person that wants to find out everything they can about you, or this is the person that's wondering what the... they're either newly single or... I don't know, there's an oddity with this. Those of you Capricorns who are independent or you're independent thinking, even if you're in a relationship or partnership, so that's not a discussion between you and your partner as to whose accomplishments are whose. So it's given Emperor and Empress energy, and you both are doing your own thing, and you're both sort of happy and consistent in your own thing. Some of you, before you take on that business partner or before you get into a friendship or some sort of situationship energy here, how dominant is your person's partner, and how much of a significant part of that relationship or partnership are they going to be able to it's kind of like bring their advice or bring their opinion or bring their... It's kind of feeling like a fucked up energy. Who has a lot of karmic exes as well? So that way you avoid that. Kind of feels like someone wants to take over an option or an opportunity with you, but they're going to do it under the guise of a partnership Or if you bring on a new partner, you hire a new person, and then once you hire them, they bring in like everybody else. This could be a family situation for you. Those of you, I don't know, if you got strong Virgo, this is kind of given the Virgo vibe. Virgo, those in a family situation where everything and everyone is intertwined. You have absolutely... Some of you, I don't even feel like you could have your own opinion. This is a relationship or partnership that you cringe when you hear those couples talk about everything. Because it's not the individual partners that's achieving a dream or goal. It's all about the we energy on this. Magician, the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot vibe to the Three of Cups. There to the Two of Cups. Honestly, for some of you, this is those of you who are happy single, or those of you that compartmentalize your working relationships or partnerships and your dating relationships or partnerships, or even your interpersonal. So you could be in a relationship or partnership and your partner don't want anything to do with like your work energy. So maybe they don't want to go to your dinner parties, or that's not something that is of any significance to either one of you. But for some, it could be very significant. That's the truth. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This could be work, love, life vibes, honestly, on this. You don't treat your partner as someone that isn't as accomplished as you are. So your accomplishments are your accomplishments, their accomplishments are their accomplishments, and you both recognize each other's accomplishments. Because I feel like you both do completely separate things. So, I mean, it's not like you're co-creating together on an option or an opportunity. You guys could have very varied work situations, right? And that's what makes the difference. Someone is way too interested in knowing whether you're in a relationship or partnership, or what that relationship or partnership dynamic looks like. Those of you, honestly, before you take on a new person, if you're bringing new people in on a situation or an opportunity here, Capricorn, mindful of those that have like a string of messy exes that always tend to, they always show up in the workplace. Whereas nobody else's spouses show up in the workplace. Or if it's not even like a spouse vibe, it's someone that's dating and they start using, it's a collective we fucking vibe. It really is. Avoid that. Avoid that. This could be a weird party vibe or a weird party invitation. There's Libra. There's the double Queen of Pentacle vibes. There's the Six of Wands. There's the Judgment vibe. There's the Seven of Cups. And there's the Queen of Swords. There's something here with the HR vibe or that Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the opposite of Gemini. So some of you could be getting single, or this is the one thing that you don't like in the relationship or partnership. So as soon as you start dating somebody, they start using that, like, just you, it's like they want to group you together instead of you both having your own singular options or opportunities. Someone isn't the true emperor or empress that they appear to be. And this could be someone that just wants to be in your vibe to get options or get opportunities created off of the work that you do. It really is. I mean, those of you that cringe at that, those that are always using that, no, your partner accomplished this. This is what their partner did. This is what your partner did. This is what you did. This is what your partner did. If you're in a happy, healthy relationship or partnership, you both will view this that way. So this would be who you make fun of after the party. Those that they have no distinction amongst themselves, even within that particular relationship or partnership. Work, love, life vibes on this, honestly. You know what the vibes are on this, honestly? If you've ever seen that classic movie, Mildred Pierce, it's kind of given that vibes. It's kind of given that vibes. There's Leo, there's the Emperor, there's the World card. Oh, there's Sagittarius again. And there's that Seven of Swords. Some of you are dealing with a shady HR person or a HR person that... I feel like, I don't know, if you're LGBTQIA+, this could be an issue with that HR person. Or the fact that you could be like the only person that has never had to go into HR to let them know you're dating somebody, because you keep your work is work, play is play, and they don't sort of intermingle here together. But Tower vibes, they were at the Five of Cups. Lord have mercy. That Sagittarius is not happy. I don't know if you start dating maybe you start dating a Sagittarius, or those of you, the conversation with HR, this could be interesting. It's kind of given a weird old school vibe. You know, those of you that don't disclaim anything when you're, whether it's pronouns or your gender or your nationality, anything like that, that's not something that you don't fill in the blanks on that shit because it's like rather insignificant. Some of you, that might be an issue when it comes to HR here. I don't know if you're this is going to be tricky for some of you. If you're a Capricorn and you're in HR, this could almost be like that situational ship energy. Yeah, work is work. And those of you, before you take on that new person into whatever work that you're doing, how messy is their ex situation? How messy is their ex situation? Damn, look at that. Capricorn, take what's yours and leave what's not on this. I feel like the funny part of this is it's... you and your partner are completely different people. You have different goals. You have different dreams. Some of you, that's why you work well together, because you acknowledge each other's accomplishments. It's all... you're both very singular in your viewpoint on things. This is given an intellectual vibe, so some of you, you might be a little ahead of everybody else when it comes to like the singles group. Maybe some of you, even if you have a partner, maybe you all agree that your partner doesn't have to attend stupid-ass dinner parties or work events for you. That's just, it works better for you. And it's like vice versa when it comes to you. You don't have to go to any of their things, right? So, this is like the happy sort of vibes. They're at that Ten of Swords energy. I mean, damn. This isn't as complicated as it seems, but I feel like it does complicate either an HR situation or that Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius. This would be those of you, if you go to a party or a dinner party with your partner and you're meeting all these new people and everything is like, oh, this is what we've accomplished. This is what we've done. And it's like, no, I think your partner accomplished that because they're very good at what they do. Whether the significance of their other or their partner is something completely different. You would kind of be the oddity at the dinner party. Or the oddity of you is that you are definitely a fun oddity. Damn, Capricorn. Nine of Wands to the Four of Wands. There to the Chariot vibe. Some of you could honestly get a position. You could get that promotion because you were the only one that hasn't dated in the workplace. And there is no, I mean, HR can't come up with an excuse as to why you shouldn't get that option or you shouldn't get that opportunity. So there could be some discussions behind your back that you're not even aware of. Those of you in particular, if it's a LGBTQIA plus vibe, I don't feel like it has to be that. I think it just feels like no one knows. You keep them guessing. And that's the brilliance of it. You get the clarity on this by just doing what the fuck you're doing. Keeping it light, bright, positive, optimistic. Wait, but there's that King of Pentacles. I don't know. Basically, I don't feel like you would be attracted to people that use that. It is that your partner's accomplishments aren't necessarily your accomplishments. And how you recognize your personal accomplishments and your partner's personal accomplishments. Those of you, I mean, even from a business perspective, this is kind of the same thing, right? So you're good at what you do, your partner's good at what they do, and even if you share in an accomplishment, you both give each other credit. It's not like, oh no, we did this. You're like, yeah, we worked together. It would be more like we worked together and accomplished this. Some of you, before you hire that person, what kind of messy ex energy do they have? Like, honestly, what kind of messy ex energy do they have? Those of you, if you're promoting somebody or this comes to that point where the promotion is on offer to you, that could be the significance, especially if you're not someone that dates in the workplace. Some of you, if you are in a relationship or partnership, I don't feel like you and your partner are obliged to go to each other's social events. Because you're not interested in what the hell they have going on. And they're not really interested in what you have going on. And that's why your relationship or partnerships work. You would be like the oddity on this. It's not like you don't have shared accomplishments, but you're both more focused on your individual goals. This is full on an intellectualism vibe. High Priestess there with the Two of Cups. I feel like this is... Those of you, if HR don't want you for that position, maybe they're a tad bit old school. And especially if you're kind of showing up as this... Those of you that aren't going to have a fucking +1. Because that is not what your partner does. And you've already had that discussion. This could be someone that maybe don't like the fact that you're not into... you don't do what's expected, or your interpersonal relationships or partnerships are not the norm. But that's just the intellectualism of something. Right? If your partner don't like sports, you'd waste the ticket taking them to a sports event. If your partner likes the ballet and you don't, they're not going to expect you to show up to the ballet. It's kind of like that vibe. Only for some of you, this could be the work events. So you don't want to mingle in their energy, and they don't want you to sort of mingle in theirs. And y'all are happy as fuck with that. You don't do dinner parties either. You don't do dinner parties. You don't do dinner parties. I feel like you're the least messy one. And that could create a little controversy with you. Controversy. Not a significant, but definitely if you got an old school HR person. The King of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, there to the Six of Swords, there to the Virgo vibe. Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Some of you, that could honestly be the deciding factor. You don't have like drama. Especially those of you that are expected to do like the dinner party thing or go on vacations or the socializing. Yeah, that's the part of the game that you're not going to play. That's the part of the job that you're not interested in. And I feel like you let them know your partner isn't interested in going to your events. You don't go to your partner's events, and that's just the way it is. And nothing's going to change that. But I do feel like you changed the seating arrangement on something. Ooh, that High Priestess is old fucking school. They are old school. Oh. Okay, Capricorn, take what's yours and leave what's not. Whatever this is, it doesn't bother you as much as it bothers this Sagittarius or this HR vibe. And those of you, honestly, a consideration. So you hire somebody and then immediately their partner wants to show up and kind of redecorate their office, or their partner is way too prevalent in the workplace. Avoid that energy. Yeah, this has nothing to do with you. I do feel like the invitations change because you don't bring a +1. And that doesn't have to mean that you're single. You and your partner you've already had that conversation. So maybe you guys do like two completely different things of interest, and you don't want to have to sit through those conversations. Maybe one of you's an intellectual, the other one is a little more artistic, and you don't want to be fielding all these questions when people see you together. You're like, I ain't going to make you sit through what you don't want to sit through, and you're not going to make me sit through what I don't want to sit through. Although for some of you, if the expectation is traveling or dinner parties or you always having a +1, so maybe those of you who are single or LGBTQIA+, this could be the hiccup. Honestly, you just change the dinner, the number of people at the dinner, the place settings. Someone don't want to have an odd number at the table. All right, Capricorn, good luck, God bless, take what's yours, leave what's not. This doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with, I don't know if it's that Sagittarius in particular, or this is some old-fashioned fucking HR person. They have issues with something because you don't have a +1, or if you do have a +1, your partner isn't interested in this. But you've already had that conversation. All right, peace, love, and light, Capricorn.